Hey everyone, I'm just putting a quick video together here to try and set the record straight on the headlines that have been going around since Friday regarding a class action lawsuit against the National Association of Realtors. As usual, the media is putting all these attention-grabbing headlines out there which are wildly inaccurate. And so I wanted to come on here and let everybody know what's really going on. 5 years ago, a lawsuit was filed which eventually gained class action status from someone claiming that they were in some way forced, when selling their home, they listed it with the realtor who put it in the MLS. The realtor charged X commission. Of that commission, a portion was paid out to the agent that brought them a buyer. The seller has since decided that they didn't like that and didn't feel that they should be paying the commission of the buyer's agent. Understandable. So that lawsuit was filed, gained traction, went through class action, whatever. Kind of snowballed, got bigger. Finally, again, this has gone for 5 years now. A settlement was reached on Friday between the National Association of Realtors and this plaintiff for $418 million. National Association is not, there's no wrongdoing involved, so they don't have to admit to anything. And when you read a listing contract in the state of Wisconsin and in Missouri where this took place, it is clearly defined how much the total commission is and what is being paid out. A seller signs that, they're agreeing to it. So part of the settlement though, there's two very big changes here. One is good, one's not so good. For sellers, when you are going to sell your home, now that's provided this judgment is, or this, excuse me, the settlement is approved by the judge, which we won't even know till July. And if it is, we'll deal with it, but there are changes that we feel need to be made. But again, if you are selling a home after that July timeframe, if I come into your house and we sit down and we talk about putting your house on the market, I'm going to charge you X. But that X is going to be the fee for me to represent you. That will not include paying out anything in the MLS to a buyer's agent because that will no longer be allowed. So we will still put your house on the market as normal. We will still market it, but buyers will have to be working, well, not necessarily have to be working, but when we get an offer, it'll most likely be from a buyer's agent, so an agent that has a contract with the buyer, and commission will either be paid for that buyer's agent either by the buyer or it will be requested in some way, shape, or form in the offer. So that's not the end of the world. That's not that big of a deal. The problem is what they're also telling us. If I get a call tomorrow from somebody that wants to see a house, whether it's my listing or not, they're telling me I have to have this person sign a buyer's representation agreement prior to me showing them the home. So somehow I'm supposed to have somebody I've never met sign an agreement with me, agreeing to pay me or me get paid by the seller. Either way, it's just not realistic. So that's the bigger problem here, and that is something we are hoping to get more answers on, and there's just got to have to be some changes made because this is not realistic. But going forward, two pieces of advice. If you're looking to sell your home, still, there's not going to be a whole lot changing for you. Are you going to save some money? Maybe, probably not, because somehow you're probably still going to wind up paying a buyer's agent, but it's all going to come down to when you get an offer. So that part isn't going to change a whole lot. It's just going to change the wording, essentially. But for buyers, it is going to change. If this goes through, this is going to change. So what buyers should know, if you are thinking, you know what, I'm ready to look for a house, find a realtor that you know, like, and trust. Ask your friends, ask your family, find somebody, interview a few people if you have to, find somebody you know, like, and trust, and you sign an agreement with them. And you will figure out together how everything is going to work, how that agent's going to get paid, if it's possible for them to get paid by the seller, or what the deal is going to be. This way, you're protected, you're represented, and you're with somebody you trust. That goes for sellers too. Find somebody you know, like, and trust. Whether it's me, if it's not me, fine, I deal with it. But you can talk to friends and family and find somebody that way. There should be more changes coming. We are learning more as time goes on. Hopefully there's going to be some more clarification on some stuff. Overall, I think once we get everything worked out and hopefully some of the changes made that we need made, I think this will all be a good thing. personally, I think, I've been doing this 18 years. I think there's a lot of people I'd like to see not in this business anymore with me, and hopefully this will weed some of them out. So if you have questions or anything, I know this is probably pretty confusing. It's confusing for a lot of people, and it's kind of tough to explain. Feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, shoot me an email, and I'm happy to meet with you or whatever. We can kind of talk about it a little further. So thanks for listening in.